From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today we get this season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New England Patriots.
To kick off for New England.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway in Foxborough. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Allen. From left side, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Bills first down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. First down. Here's the run with Cook. And able to get this to the 31.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Cook again. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And it is caught. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The pickup there, 5 yards. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Allen. Got his man, it's Warren. It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Here's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is Zay Flowers. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bills are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Patriots, nothing. Tyler Luke set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. A carry here for Travion Henderson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
They'll throw with May. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's May. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 36-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Now Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ballgame.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Pats will take over here at their own 14-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
At their own 14-yard line.
And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy. Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. 2nd and 9. Here's May. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this. To about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They set up the screen for Henderson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield, and allow the play to be successful.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38 now. Here's 2nd down at 7. Looking to throw. May. He finds Douglas complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Woods. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. May going to give it to Henderson. And he's able to break out one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Still a couple yards short of the first. first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try to run for it with Henderson, and he will have the Patriots first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, May with it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Douglas. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That's a gain of 3.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
And 7.
From the gun, it's May. This one hauled in by Sample. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for...
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Trevion Henderson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bills 14, Patriots 7. Andy Borregales to kick off for New England.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Cook up the gut. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a little careless there, Charles, on that. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Allen now looks to throw. That's to Warren, his tight end. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of the foot.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Douglas. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing here is May. He finds his man complete. That's Shepard. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 40. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They go play action now. May. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Hey, what's that?
To the air, May. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prole spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Luke now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bills 21, Patriots 7. Tyler Luke set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. The drive begins with a run by Henderson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And the Patriots first down.
To throw, it's May. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and
My first
10.
thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
From the gun on 3rd down is May. He finds his man, complete. It's Douglas. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43.
A gain of 7.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Nice little juke. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Bills.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll start on the ground with Henderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Breaks a tackle. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. To the right side into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
And the Bills first down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. Oh, nice move. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Tyler Luke set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. So after the INT, it's Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Five wide. What's that?
Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Bills take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. On his loop for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Patriots 7.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Walter Nolan The defensive tackle getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. A nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
On
2nd and goal, here's the option. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll throw with May. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
319. What is that?
On play action, Allen. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down of a sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And the Bills send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And they go play action with May. Now he's going to step up and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed down him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's May. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. They're just looking good hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Short pass tip, but caught anyway.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're going option play on 3rd down. He's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw a spot, an opening, and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule, trying to get 4 downs on first down, they did that plus 3.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to... And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll go again with Henderson. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man, complete. That's Douglas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Henderson running straight ahead. And the step will come inside the 5 at the 4. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go, tonight. Ready, what's that?
Henderson is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
To kick off for New England.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
What is that?
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
He's taken down at the
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
319!
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Buffalo, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for New England, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis.